Big breaking news from Old Trafford. Manchester United face fresh injury doubts ahead of West Ham, and a £24.5 million transfer move has just been launched. Plus, a shock Semenyo update and a Barcelona chase that could impact Marcus Rashford. Let's jump straight into all the latest. Manchester United have two fresh injury doubts for West Ham after cryptic Ruben Amorim answer. Manchester United face West Ham at Old Trafford on Thursday, and Ruben Amorim has given an update on the fitness of his squad. Matheus Cunha is set to return to the Manchester United squad against West Ham on Thursday, but Ruben Amorim has two fresh doubts that could force him to draw up a new game plan. Cunha is back in contention after missing the last two games following a training ground incident on the eve of United's game with Everton, but Amorim refused to confirm who the players at risk of missing the game were. "We have two doubts for the game. It will change the way we're going to approach it. Let's see if they can play," the United head coach said. "The rest of the squad is good. Matheus is back. Harry and Sesko are still out. Maguire has been out for 3 weeks with a thigh injury, and Sesko hasn't played since the draw at Tottenham after picking up a knee injury not long after coming off the bench in North London. Cunha has just one goal in 11 games for United since his move from Wolves in the summer, and Amorim believes the Brazilian has more room for improvement as he prepares to return to the team. "I think he has more levels to go," he said. "He is in a different club, different pressure, but I think he copes with that really well. He was struggling because he was not scoring and he was thinking too much about the numbers, but the influence that he has in the team is so important for us, but I think Cunha has so much to grow defensively and offensively." West Ham will be without Lucas Paqueta after his red card against Liverpool, but Amorim is confident his countryman Nuno Espirito Santo will be successful after taking over at the London Stadium earlier this season. "I had no doubts he will have success. He's really experienced. He knows how to work with different squads, understands really well the league. We know it's going to be tough. He's really smart preparing the games. The preparation is about the opponent, but I'm focused on what we need to do and what we need to improve." Man United transfer news. Red Devils launch £24.5 million bid for teenage star in hope of January deal. Manchester United have reportedly made an offer for Olympiacos teenager Christos Mouzakidis ahead of the January transfer window, with the Red Devils determined to win the race for his signature. The 18-year-old has already represented Olympiacos on 52 occasions, scoring 2 goals and registering 6 assists in the process, including 2 assists in 16 appearances this term. Mouzakidis' future is currently the subject of much speculation, with a number of major clubs, including Real Madrid, believed to be keen on his signature. According to Sport Time, Man United have made an offer of €28 million, £24.5 million, for the midfielder, but it is unlikely to be enough to convince Olympiacos to sell. The report claims that the Greek outfit will only consider bids in excess of €30 million, £26 million, and a deal is possible in January if their asking price is met. According to the Daily Mail, Man United sent scouts to watch Mouzakidis in action against Real Madrid in the Champions League last week. The teenager played the full 90 minutes of what proved to be a 4-3 defeat for his side, and the midfielder impressed, having 2 shots, completing 2 dribbles, making 2 tackles, and finishing with a pass success rate of 84%. Real Madrid were also watching the youngster closely in the European contest, and it is understood that Los Blancos are preparing to make an offer for his services. Mouzakidis, who is a 7-time Greece international, has provided 2 assists in 10 appearances in Greece's top flight this season, while he has also featured on 5 occasions in the Champions League. Man United are set to revamp their midfield in 2026. Man United are expected to sign at least 2 central midfielders in 2026, with Stuttgart's Angelo Stiller, Brighton and Hove Albion's Carlos Baleba, Nottingham Forest's Elliot Anderson, and Crystal Palace's Adam Wharton all being linked with moves to the club. Kobe Mainu and Manuel Ugarte can allegedly leave in January if the right offer arrives, while Casemiro's contract at Old Trafford is due to expire at the end of the campaign. There is also uncertainty when it comes to club captain Bruno Fernandes's future, with the Portugal international expected to seriously consider his situation at the end of the 2025-26 campaign. Manchester United are starting to believe that it will be worth paying the January premium for Antoine Semenyo, though a sizable dilemma is now presenting itself to Ruben Amorim ahead of the January transfer window. Semenyo has been a revelation so far this season, scoring 6 goals and adding 3 assists from his first 11 games, though his form has dropped off somewhat in recent games, and he has now gone 3 matches without a G/A following revelations over his exit clause and in the wake of growing claims that he could depart Bournemouth in January. That £65 million, €74 million, or $87 million clause is active during the early phase of the January transfer window, and we can now reveal that it is expected to drop to around £50 million, €57 million, or $67 million in the summer. While the likes of Liverpool and Manchester City, as we exclusively revealed this week at the express wish of Pep Guardiola, are considered favorites, it now seems United are not to be ruled out of the race just yet either. Indeed, we understand that Manchester United view him as the kind of versatile, proven quality addition they will need beyond this season, particularly if they return to European competition. There is also a concern that waiting until the summer could see them lose out in the race for his signature. Several other clubs are wrestling with the same dilemma, with City, Liverpool, and Tottenham all weighing up the pros and cons of moving now rather than later. We have previously reported how United are looking for a new version of Amad Diallo to add depth to their squad, and Semenyo is seen in that mold, while he could also be considered for a change of positions in Amorim's system. However, by moving to sign him now, any move would have serious implications for Amorim's top transfer priority in January. Man United could try use Semenyo in different position. United are understood to be intrigued by the flexibility he would give them in terms of moving around the attacking pieces of their side. And there is also a feeling that Semenyo could play the right wing-back role, given the way it is used in Amorim's system. And while his price tag is reasonable, a second dilemma comes in the fact that United also want to sign a new midfielder in January. The majority of their funds for 2026 were expected to go towards an elite player for the center of the field, and they must now wrestle with the choice of making a move for Semenyo before that midfield situation is fixed. As for Bournemouth, they remain determined to retain the player's services until the summer at least, though they will be powerless to block any exit if that exit clause is triggered. Nonetheless, he remains vital to their plans, and the Cherries are doing all in their power to convince him to stay for now. The winger has become a core name in Andoni Iraola's plans, and he is paramount to their hopes of bringing European football to the club for the first time in their history. Antoine's integral to our vision, a club source told my colleague Fraser Fletcher. We're chasing Europe, and he's not going anywhere easily. Meanwhile, Amorim could be to blame if Bruno Fernandes leaves United and completes a sensational reunion with Marcus Rashford at Barcelona, according to an observer. That admission comes after we revealed last month that the United captain is not 100% safe from the club's planned midfield rebuild. Elsewhere, Arsenal are being tipped to launch a stunning January transfer window raid on United for Kobbie Mainoo, in a move that would free up a space in Ruben Amorim's squad for a £100 million target. Finally, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that United are giving serious thought to a January move to bring Conor Gallagher back to the Premier League after Atletico Madrid lowered their asking price. Catalan giants pursuing teenage star in deal which would majorly impact Marcus Rashford. Barcelona have reportedly joined the race for FC Köln attacker Saïd El Mala. The 19-year-old netted 13 times and 34 appearances for Victoria Köln during the 2024-25 campaign before returning to Köln, and he has been in impressive form for his Bundesliga club in 2025-26, netting 5 goals and registering 3 assists in 12 matches in the top flight of German football. Mala's future is currently the subject of much speculation, with a number of clubs, including Manchester United, Arsenal, and Chelsea, believed to be interested in the teenager, who is thought to be valued by Köln in the region of €40 million, £35 million. However, according to reports in Spain, Barcelona are also firmly in the race, with the Catalan outfit identifying the youngster as a key transfer target for 2026. The La Liga champions allegedly believe that the Germany under-21s international could be a long-term replacement for Rafinha down the left. Barcelona joined the race for Köln attacker El Mala. Barcelona will allegedly continue to monitor El Mala's performances this season before deciding whether to launch a move during next summer's transfer window. It is believed that Manchester City, Paris Saint-Germain, and Bayern Munich are also keeping a close eye on his situation, so there could be a monumental battle for the teenager at the end of the 2025-26 campaign. El Mala signed a contract extension with Köln in July, with his current deal due to run until 2030, so it would not be a straightforward signing, especially with the size of the clubs in the race. The attacker has shown his versatility this season by operating in a number of different spots in the final third of the field, and he scored in Köln's 1-1 draw with Werder Bremen in the Bundesliga last time out. Will Barcelona sign Rashford on a permanent deal? Marcus Rashford has been in impressive form this season, scoring 6 times and registering 9 assists in 19 appearances for Barcelona, having joined the Catalan team on loan from Man United over the summer. Barcelona can sign the 28-year-old on a permanent basis for around €30 million, £26 million. But it is understood that deal is far from certain. The Catalan outfit are believed to be leaning towards bringing in a younger attacker during next summer's transfer window, with Rashford therefore potentially returning to Man United despite his strong form in 2025-26. Manchester United have received an inquiry from Napoli over Kobbie Mainoo's availability in the January transfer window, the latest report has claimed. The Red Devils will take on West Ham United on Thursday, and a win would see them go level on 24 points with fourth-place Chelsea in the Premier League. Boss Ruben Amorim may face a selection dilemma up front due to injuries, but fans will almost certainly see Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro together in midfield. The pair have started 13 times and 11 times in the league this season, respectively, but their continued selection has led to limited playing time for youngster Kobbie Mainoo. Gazzetta dello Sporto report that the midfielder could leave in the winter window, with Napoli viewing him as their first-choice target, though the Italian giants do have other options in case a deal cannot be agreed. Kobbie Mainoo, what should Manchester United do in January? Kobbie Mainoo has played just 178 minutes of Premier League football this campaign, and it is difficult to justify keeping him around when the opportunity for game time has been so limited. The Red Devils have already been eliminated from the EFL Cup, and while the Christmas schedule will be intense, the 20-year-old is unlikely to start often in 2026, though the FA Cup could offer him some opportunities to impress. It should be noted that Mainoo will have ambitions of playing at World Cup 2026, and the only way to get into Thomas Tuchel's squad will be by playing regularly. Perhaps Mainoo's exit would also facilitate the arrival of a competitor for Casemiro, who will be 34 in February. Is Ruben Amorim being proven right about midfield? The Red Devils have won 4, drawn 2, and lost just 1 of their last 7 Premier League games, and the team looks somewhat settled. Much of the club's improved fortunes are no doubt due to additions such as Bryan Mbeumo in the forward line, but captain Bruno Fernandes has had a growing influence on the team from deeper in midfield. The Portuguese provided 2 assists when his side beat Crystal Palace 2-1 on Sunday, and his creative qualities have been key. Amorim's side has still been exposed defensively with Fernandes and Casemiro together, but the head coach will be able to point to his team's positive results and claim that his approach has been successful.
8 players who could miss Man United versus West Ham as Ruben Amorim confirms injury blow. Manchester United will be without Harry Maguire and Benjamin Sesko for their Premier League clash with West Ham on Thursday night, with Ruben Amorim also confirming 2 more doubts. Manchester United and West Ham could be without as many as 8 players for their Premier League clash on Thursday night. Ruben Amorim's squad are back in action, aiming for consecutive victories after their triumphant comeback against Crystal Palace on Sunday. The Reds overturned a deficit to defeat the Eagles at Selhurst Park, with Joshua Zirkzee and Mason Mount netting goals to secure all 3 points after Jean-Philippe Mateta had put the home side ahead. West Ham, on the other hand, are looking to bounce back from a 2-0 defeat to Liverpool on Sunday. Prior to this, the Hammers had enjoyed a 3-match unbeaten streak, winning against Newcastle United and Burnley before the international break, and then drawing 2-2 with Bournemouth. Despite West Ham's recent uptick in form, United will be anticipating a win if they hope to secure a spot in the Champions League by season's end. However, United will have to face the Hammers without Benjamin Sesko and Harry Maguire, who have been ruled out by Amorim. Both Sesko and Maguire have missed the last 2 games due to injuries sustained in the 2-2 draw with Tottenham prior to the November international break. Amorim also hinted that there may be 2 additional unnamed players who are doubtful for the match against West Ham. The United head coach did, however, confirm that Matheus Cunha is available for selection after being sidelined for the previous 2 fixtures alongside Sesko and Maguire. Speaking ahead of the West Ham clash, Amorim revealed, "We have 2 doubts for the game. It will change the way we're going to approach it. Let's see if they can play. The rest of the squad is good. Matheus is back. Harry and Sesko are still out." As for West Ham, they are set to be without 4 players for their journey to Old Trafford. Nuno Espirito Santo confirmed on Tuesday that Crescencio Somerville won't feature in the matchday squad, whilst Lucas Paqueta is serving a suspension following his incredible red card during the loss to Liverpool. Young left-back Ollie Scarles has progressed to non-contact training but remains unavailable to face United. Additionally, experienced goalkeeper Łukasz Fabianski continues to be ruled out with a back injury. Bruno Fernandes produced 2 assists to see Manchester United stage an unlikely fight back at Crystal Palace and increase the chances of Adam Wharton signing as his replacement next summer. Ruben Amorim has been charged with getting the Old Trafford club back into Europe in his 2nd season, and he risks becoming another ex-Manchester United manager if he fails. But not qualifying for European football next season will also have an impact on player recruitment, and £70 million target Wharton is understood only interested in moving to Old Trafford if they are in Europe, and this Fernandes-inspired win has increased the chances of that happening. The Portuguese star turned down the chance to move to the Saudi Pro League in the summer, but he has an agreement that he can leave United for £57 million next year for a foreign club. That money could finance a deal for Wharton or for fellow England midfielder Elliot Anderson or Brighton's Baleba. The former Blackburn Rovers midfielder, who is already playing in the UEFA Conference League, is always busy and looking for a forward pass. And he would add youthful energy to the Manchester United engine room, with Fernandes now 31 and Casemiro 34, although both played the full 90 minutes, while Wharton went off after 78 minutes following his midweek appearance. But Wharton has yet to score for Crystal Palace, and he missed an open goal to open his account at Strasbourg on Thursday. And he shot straight at Manchester United keeper Saneem Lamans in the first half when Palace should have killed this game off. The Brazilian also missed 2 early chances, including a header from another Fernandes free kick, but the 2 Manchester United midfielders are a goal threat.